kilo for boxing. I want to look back and talk about a couple fights that transpired years back. Part of the reason I'm getting into this is because every time Canelo Alvarez's name is brought up or he has a fight on the horizon, like he's talked about having a trilogy fight with Triple G, and also supposed to be fighting Billy Joe Saunders, but I think Saunders has messed that up. But anyway, people start talking about Floyd Mayweather beating Canelo, and Canelo was too green at the time and too young, and Floyd took advantage of that. And I have to call bullshit on that. Just last night, I was looking back on watching Pernell Whitaker and Oscar De La Hoya's fight. When that fight took place, I think Pernell Whitaker was 44-1. Arguably should have been 45-0, but he was 44-1, and Oscar came into the fight 23-0 with 20 knockouts. I think Oscar was like 24 years old, and he went in that fight, and the expectation was that it was going to be a blockbuster fight, a stellar event, stellar fight. I think the fight was billed as pound for pound, if I'm not mistaken, because they knew, of course, Pernell Whitaker was pound for pound number one in the world, but they also looked at Oscar as potentially a guy that could be pound for pound number one fighter down the line, which that ended up being the case. All right, but with that fight, you had a Pernell Whitaker who was, I think Pernell was like 37, 36 years old at the time of the fight, or maybe he was young, maybe he was around 33. Whatever the case was, Pernell Whitaker definitely had a lot more experience as a professional. Pernell came out of the Olympics in 84. Oscar came out of the Olympics in 92. So that's like an 8-year difference in professional experience. Okay? Both guys won gold. But you're talking about two guys who went in the ring and absolutely gave it their all, and gave the fans a hell of a fight. All right? Fast forward to Canelo fight Floyd. You got Floyd coming into the fight. I think Floyd's record was 44-0, and Floyd was around 36, if I'm not mistaken. Canelo comes into the fight. He's 23 years old, a year younger than Oscar was when he fought Pernell Whitaker, but Canelo had 42 professional fights with no losses and one draw. So basically, he had one less fight than Floyd Mayweather did as a professional going into that fight. And a lot of people were picking Canelo to beat Floyd. Thought he was going to be too much for him. And regardless of what people thought, we know what we saw. We saw Floyd Mayweather Jr. toy with and play, just humiliate and dominate Canelo Alvarez. He did what he wanted to do to Canelo Alvarez in that fight. Stepped to him, behind the jab, behind right-hand leads. Had Canelo confused all night. Had Canelo swinging that air. I mean, Floyd went on there and put on a virtuoso shutout type performance against that kid. And as soon as the fight ended, all the excuses came out about, well, Canelo was too green, Floyd fought him while he was too young, and it's like, what was Floyd supposed to do? Wait till he's 45 years old to let Canelo get into his 30s and then fight him? I mean, the reality is he was giving Canelo a shot. And it actually paid off for Canelo, because to date, that loss to Floyd Mayweather Jr. is Canelo's biggest win. But I just wanted to touch on that because, people don't keep it consistent. Maybe the difference there is that Oscar was able to get the win against Sweet Pea. So that's why people don't think about that, the contrast in comparisons to those fights. But the reality is it was basically the same situation. You had the pound for pound number one guy fighting an up and coming star who was trying to carve his own lane and make his own way in the sport of boxing. The only difference is Oscar was able to get the win, whether he deserved to or not. He made it a competitive fight. Even had Oscar lost, the fight was competitive enough to where that whole he wasn't ready excuse wouldn't have came into play. But with Canelo got dominated, so all of a sudden fans had to make excuses for why he got utterly dominated against an old man. But that's all I gotta say on it. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.